Namaste Sangha. I had a profound experience in my own therapy today that I wanted to share. I experienced a past life regression, and my therapist and I, we work with internal family systems. It's an incredible modality that it just mirrors the way that we long to speak to our internal system and meet the parts of our mind and our body from this really embodied place. And this modality helps us to connect to those parts and the burdens of the trauma that we have held onto, that those parts have held onto, to be able to release that, as well as other amazing effects that this modality has on the system. But one of the things that we can do is we can apply this way of internal dialoguing with our system by also we can apply these techniques to working with dreams and working with past life remembrances, and that's what I did today. And I just had the most incredible, profound experience of witnessing a past life that I had as a medicine woman at the time when there was widespread persecution of medicine women, of witches, of wizards, of all sorts of, mainly women, actually. And these were very, very dark times. There wasn't technology. There weren't like sophisticated underground bunkers. It just was a time when even hiding was really difficult. And what I witnessed today was a death that I chose. I chose to die. I chose to be drowned, to have somebody who I loved drown me in peace and to go in peace, because I was being hunted and I was going to be killed. I was going to be publicly humiliated. And this was my sovereign, free choice to do this. And I got to re-experience this transition and the beauty and peace in it. I was completely at peace, and I could feel almost the arms of this person that I loved holding me beneath the water, like almost caressing my chest and my neck. And in witnessing that death, I was also witnessing the death of so many others. So many of the souls that had come to the earth to support humanity and be a part of raising consciousness, be a part of supporting people who were sick, be a part of caretaking for the earth and for people, and who were then witch hunted, who were hunted down and demonized and ridiculed. And I'm not sat here holding a judgment of that, but what I want to share with you is the insight that I got, that I realized that I had been holding this need to be the one, recognizing I was also part of a movement, but this need within me to, not to save humanity, but a need to do this work. That my drive and my motivation in that lifetime was coming from a belief that I had to do this work, that it was something I had to do, something that I needed to do. And I was witnessing the subtle difference between that need, which comes from a fear actually, next to the knowing, the compassionate, the kind approach, the self-led approach of coming back to do this work from a place of love, of coming from a place of unconditional love for everybody, for everyone, even those perpetrators, or perpetrators, seeming perpetrators. And the subtle difference between this, and recognizing that in us holding as a movement, we held that belief that we needed to, and that motivated and fueled us, and those parts got caught up with that. And what that created was this situation where we were getting hunted down and persecuted. We had hands to play in that. We had a part to play in that. And it's bringing me back to remembering that, we're creating this reality all the time, like with our own consciousness. So our own need to be the savior is in itself creating this dynamic where then there's this other, and this other then is playing that role to hunt us down. What if we simply just allowed it to be the way that it was, and to be in service from a place of love, of unconditional love, to be in service not from fear, not judging the other for being an other, or judging situations, or seeing ourselves as more spiritual or more enlightened or whatever it is. What if that could all just be, and our role was just to love, to serve from that unconditional love? What if? What would we create then? What kind of a world and society would we create? Would the need then for us to be humiliated or hunted down or witch hunted, which is still going on in several ways in this modern world, but would that need then diminish? Because we no longer felt the need to push up against another. We no longer felt the need to even have an other. We just saw ourselves as everyone, as everything, in everything. And this is the journey of the Bodhisattva. This is really when we can purify and we can come back into this place of realization that we are all one. There is no distinction. There is no separation. I'm not above anyone else. Like, they're not doing something wrong and I'm doing something right. This is it. We're all playing a role, and we keep coming back to be in service of all of those roles that we play. It's just some of us are able to come back and choose to have this role, choose to be in a role of service, choose to be in a role of unconditional love and guidance, facilitation. I just wanted to share that because it was such a profound experience to die in peace, but then also to see a whole movement of women and men that came to this earth to be in service, and to just see where that little correction, that little shift in consciousness, which is always taking place, how that can actually help us to quantum leap forward. Because I feel like back then we were taking 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, because we're all, I mean, not even back then, right now, we're always locked in this dynamic of need. Like, I need to be in this role. I need to do this job. Nobody else can do it like me. And what is that creating? So thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. I love you.